And good morning, Haps. Good morning, Haps. And we have good sound. We have good sound. And oh my God, Nazim! Oh my God, my friend. Hello from Milan. Nazim Beltran. Good morning, sir. Oh my God, you made it. I knew you made it. I saw you on the Twitter. And welcome to my morning broadcast here, sir. Welcome from Italy, Milan. I'm not going to have anybody join this morning. This is my regular 20, 30 minute where I just talk about stuff. Nazim, today's a day I got to go into the day job. So I do a 20-minute bit. Talk about some positive things this morning, have the morning coffee and stuff like that. I'm going to have to hook up with you after work as far as that. You know what? Yeah, I got to stick this because I got some things. I got some interesting things to talk about, but you're in the chat. You're here. I greatly appreciate you popping in. I got to follow you. I've been looking for your freaking name for like the last 2 days, sir. Let me, hang on for a minute. Let me go ahead and I'm going to follow you right now. And see, we got a positive start to the day already. A longtime friend, online friend here from the Blab days has made it to Haps. And I'm subscribing to him. I think you should subscribe and follow. Nothing. I knew him from Blab. Great guy. Are you still a Jet fan as far as that goes? Oh, it's great seeing you here, sir. Oh my God. This is what I usually do in the morning. This is, thank you, Nazim. Oh my God. This just made my freaking day. Oh my God. I might as well drop the mic and go. Oh, Dolphins. That's right. Dolphins. Okay. The Dolphins. Okay. Nazim is a fellow New Yorker also, even though he's an Italian. He lives over there in Italy with his wife, and a great guy. Follow Nazim on Twitter. You got the Chazzy Kazi. When I look at his stuff that he posts, I feel like I'm back in country. As far as there, I lived in Italy for 7 years when I was in the United States Air Force total, and it just brings back fond memories. But you're going to get a chance to see what I do every morning here, Nazim. As far as my positive start to the day, I did this doing the audio bit, which actually talking about. But currently today, let me get started here. It is March 16th, 2021. Current time is 05:46 a.m. Eastern time in the southern tier of upstate New York, where we're doing a positive start to the day and PS TTD, which I normally post over there. I posted over there on my Twitter. We are multicasting to Twitch, YouTube Live, Periscope, which is soon be no more. I don't know if you heard about that, Nazim. Periscope is going to be no more. It's going to be Twitter Live. Same thing, tomato. But people should come over here because then they can multicast over there. And then I have 2 Facebooks, a personal Facebook saying hi to my cousins, my family members, and some of my Air Force buddies there. And then I have a public Facebook, which mirrors my Twitter. It's the real Fireman Rich, but I'm also known as at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter. And I'm as at Fireman Rich on Anchor, which I did something last night when I got home. I did a 12-hour shift yesterday, and I extracted the audio from yesterday's broadcast and I placed it up there on Anchor. It's about 33 minutes of audio. You can do that, you know. You could take the audio off of a YouTube. That's what I did. This goes off to YouTube Live and it resides over there on my YouTube channel, which the link is in the bio here on HAPS there, because I think it's YouTube / it used to be TFPFP for Tioga Fire Protection, Fire Prevention, changed over to Richard Roberts. But there's so many Richard Roberts, you might as well go through the link. And so I'm real happy with that I was able to extract that. And I might be doing that to put the content of the show here, because over there on Anchor, it multicasts, I think, to like, as soon as you post it on Anchor, it places out on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and I've got like 9 or 10 that it'll go out there. So that's an additional broadcast, as well as postings of it's only audio, but even still, it refers back to haps.tv here. So, and Nazim, he's on board, and it's great seeing you, sir. You're going to love it here. It is freaking great. There's so much content. One of the guys, Nazim, I always talk about him. You need to follow. This is a must follow, sir. Randy W. Horton, and he might pop in here. He's over in Saudi Arabia. He's 7 hours ahead. A great guy. He's originally from Tennessee. He works over in Saudi. His content here is phenomenal. Great guy. One of the reasons I'm on HAPS still, I've just finished 75 days. I've been on HAPS now. I'm starting my 6th week of consecutive broadcasting. And that's the whole bit about this, Nazim, as far as, and those people on Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and the Facebook Live there, I'm talking to Nazim. He's here in the chat as far as that goes. Follow Randy W. Horton. He is a must follow. Everybody here on HAPS. He is a great guy. And I want to recognize that we have 14 people on the eyeball as far as that goes. And currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we're still cold, but we got some blue sky. It's still dark because we turned the clocks ahead, which I'm getting used to, I guess, here. But it's currently 21, 22 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to have cloudy skies, a few flurries or snow showers possible here in upstate New York. High is going to be 39 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. That's still warm considering the chilled weather that we've had in the 20s and the minus with the wind chill factor. Winds south by southeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Sun will be rising at 0716, which is in an hour and let's see, an hour and 30 minutes. Hour and 30 minutes from now. And it will be setting at 7:14 p.m., which I like that because, like I said, I worked an extra 4 hours. So at the day job, I got out at 8. So it was pretty neat seeing the sunset there at that time. Well, I see it set over to the west there anyway. And let's see, next on my agenda, I haven't talked about this in a while, and I got to, because I talked about it. Now, Nazim, how are you doing, my friend? Here we are locked. Oh, you're locked down again. I was just going to get to that. Yesterday, Nazim, another guy I need to follow is Michael Bathurst. He's up in Toronto. He's got a positive woo-woo show at 6:30 or so. 6:30, between 6:30 and 7. Great guy. I was ahead of schedule yesterday to where I was able to talk to him for a few minutes. We talked about COVID on how it's affecting, and we're not locked down here in New York State. We never really were locked down to the extent that I guess is happening over in Nazim's part of the world over there in Italy. and out there in California and other states here. But here in the Southern Tier, we have the lowest rate in New York State to date. And actually today is a 1-year anniversary to when it all started. It was 1 year ago today that the governor here, Governor Cuomo, I don't know how long, well, we won't go into that, but he announced the first case of COVID was here in Tioga County, which wasn't true. It was actually somebody that was here, but they resided in another county. So he got it all mixed up. But at any rate, it's a 1-year anniversary that when it all started here in New York State a year ago on the 16th, 2020. And since then, here in Tioga County now, we've had a total of 3,010 cases. Currently, and this is as of yesterday, I believe. Yeah, the 15th. We have 77 active cases in the county. We've had a total of 70 deaths. Now, here's the number I'm always squawking about for like the last 6 months and stuff because I started noticing it. I notice it. I actually got to dig for the number and stuff. Recoveries as of February 18th. The number of recoveries out of the total cases is 2,615. That represents 86 to 87% of that 3,000 people here in Tioga County. The number of deaths, the percentage is, and I'm not trying to marginalize the deaths. The deaths are bad, okay? When you add up all the numbers, they're extremely bad. They'll never get better. They are what they are. They're okay. But the total number of recoveries are huge. 86, 87% compared to 2% of that total number. That's just here in Tioga County. You go to any other county, any other state, any other country, the number of recoveries are going to be, we need to recognize that as much as we recognize the deaths, because the people that have suffered and recovered, that's tremendous. Okay. Could you imagine if all those were deaths and those numbers, we had an 86% death rate? That'd be the end of it, but it isn't. I'm trying to put a positive twist on this, not marginalizing the deaths, believe me, because the deaths are heart-wrenching, okay? But I'm one that when I get into discussion about this, people, the doom and gloom, as far as that goes, you have to recognize the recoveries, okay? Look at that recovery number and you'll see a positive light at the end of the tunnel that we also have with the vaccines. So I'm praying for you, Nazim, and all the people over there in Italy as far as to get through this. And again, it's wearing us. It's been a year. I think we got a little ways to go. The reality is, but we have vaccines. I'm planning on getting my shot here pretty soon. And as far as here, they paused the vaccinations yesterday due to a blotch set. Oh, you got some bad vaccine. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I don't know. The way they're putting this out, we've had some issues with the vaccines where they didn't get it out and it sat for a while because they weren't sure who they're going to give it to, and it's spoiled, I guess, and but we have vaccines and people are getting it and stuff. So let's see, Nazim, thanks. We are all good. That's great. My thoughts are with my prayers are with your family to stay safe. I believe that we should be fine at the end of the summer. Yeah, I think it's on the downhill. And I gotta say the deaths are tremendous, but in the same sentence, you got to look at the number of recoveries. They are huge. You may have a 2 to 4 or 5% death rate, but the recovery rates are 86 or 80 to 86, 88%. Do the math. They're real easy to go to. Oh, look how many deaths. This is bad. How many people? I've known people that recovered from this, and I'm glad to be seeing them alive, not at their funeral. well, you can't really go to funerals still and stuff. I guess there's still restrictions on that as far as gatherings. So I wanted to get that out as far as that goes. And totally agree. Recovery is good. Exactly. Recovery is good. And we need to be talking about that along with the number of deaths. Okay. That, it's a yin and yang thing. There's life and then there's death. We have death with the COVID, but we have life still. And again, I'm not trying to marginalize the deaths. I still recognize the deaths. They're horrendous because, but when I look at people that I personally know, I have family members that have had it. I've had friends and coworkers. They survived. And again, I look at them, I'm like, thank God you survived. That's a good thing. So 1 year anniversary today. And hopefully, like with what Nazim said, we're on the downhill slide, and probably by the summer, we're going to be, with everybody getting vaccinated, we can come together and remember those that have passed. Well, we're still remembering those that have passed, but even more so. Our thought for the day today is from William Shakespeare, in something to think about. No legacy is so rich as honesty. No legacy is so rich as honesty. And I'm trying to be honest as far as this is how I feel about COVID, that it's bad, but then the recovery numbers are good. And thank God they're good, because if it was the other way around, I don't know. I'd probably be losing it right now and stuff like that. It'd be a lot worse than what we are feeling now, even though it is bad now. Okay. Again, the total. Enough about that then. Let's press on. I'm just trying to be honest with you as far as how I feel about that. So I usually bring a positive story, but in this case, I have a story, but I don't have a story. I just wanted to sort of recognize that 95 years ago, seeing that we're talking about the 1 year anniversary of COVID starting, 95 years ago, Dr. Robert Goddard launched the world's first liquid fueled rocket after building it himself. Yeah, I figure that was a feat back then. The New England physicist, professor, engineer, and inventor is credited with ushering in the era of space flight. But after he assisted in the 1920 that rockets could be, or assisted could be used to send payloads to the moon, he was thought to be absurd and mocked by the press, which called him Moon Man. Well, we've been to the moon. We're trying to make our way back there. We're on Mars, not. And last week, Nazim, I did a recording. I don't know if you heard about the wind, the noise from Mars, the wind noise from Mars. I thought that was like, my God, we're listening to sounds on another world here. And all goes back to Robert Goddard as far as starting us off. The first flight took place in Auburn, Massachusetts, which is probably about 3.5 hours east of here, using liquid oxygen and gasoline as propellant. The rocket, dubbed Neil, rose to about 41 feet, but it demonstrated that rockets utilizing liquid propulsion were possible, something Goddard proposed 15 years earlier. In the next 15 years, he and his team would launch 34 rockets to an altitude of 1 mile, 1.6 miles, 2.6 kilometers at a speed of up to 550 miles per hour. Cool. Back on Mars. Yes, that is cool. The Smithsonian published Goddard's seminal paper, A Method of Reaching Extreme Altitudes, which years later was recognized as marking the dawn of the space age, the same as the Wright brothers' flight did for air travel. Yet the pioneer attached little seriousness attention before he died in 1945. A decade before American rocket scientists discovered it was virtually impossible to construct a rocket or launch a satellite without acknowledging the work of Goddard. Okay, and also, let's see, the first space docking of Gemini 8 with Agea happened in 1966. And let's see, what else was there? There was something else. The Russian spaceship Mir welcomed the first American aboard back in 1995. So a little space. We talk a lot about space here. Oh, I forgot to put the thought for the day in. I have that in the chat. And I'm gonna plug another person you follow, Nazim, and that's Space Gal. She's down there in just outside the was it Cape Canaveral there? I forget it's a town right out across the river there, or the Sound or whatever there. She can watch launches. She has press credentials, and she talks a lot about space. She's a good person to be following on that. So I know I talk a lot about space. I like talking about space, and as far as that goes, and let's see. Do I got time? No, I got her. Saw her show. Okay, so you're getting into the tune of it as far as that goes. So that's good. She's a great person to be following, and Titusville. It's not the other thing. Oh, there's Randy. Good morning, Randy. How you doing, sir? Good morning. Oh, I'm Gilberting. There we go. Are we back? There we go. We're back. I think we're back. Let me see. Okay, we're back. Nazim, you'll probably remember the reference. I was Gilberting. I was talking to JS there last week. He is here also. JS Gilbert. Take care and have a great day. Okay, Nazim, you too. Great for having you in here. I know you're busy there. You're probably on the. Let's see, you're 5 hours ahead, so you're probably at the job or working from home, I believe. You're back. Okay. Randy, wow, audio was a bit crazy from. Yeah, that I just had to unplug and plug back in. It was Gilberting. That's what we used to call it on Blab. Was it JS Gilbert? He used to do a lot of noise like that, I guess, on his mic and stuff back in the Blab days. Yes, JS is here. Yes, JS is here, Nazim. He is here. I was talking with him in my timeline. There's we had a really good discussion talking about Blab, and you could see him. Follow him. He's JS Gilbert. As far as that goes, Nazim, he is here. Yes. He doesn't come up as frequently, but we had a real good talk. And Randy, like I said, is here. Nazim, Randy, this is in the chat there. That's Nazim Beltran. He's over there. He's in Milan, Italy. I know him from the Blab days. A great guy. I'm not sure if you know him at all or you know each other. Follow each other. That's what we do here on the Haps as far as that goes. So it's just great seeing all these faces and stuff. Haps is a community. Haps is let's see, what was the saying? Part of a community that learns to grow to know. That's what Randy W. Horton has said. And I got it posted up here. Haps, part of a community that's learning to grow to know. So that was a saying that Randy Horton has, and I think it's a good saying here that when you say Haps, it means community as far as that goes. And let's see. So we got through everything I wanted to talk about as far as, like I said, I don't want, when I talk about COVID, I don't want to talk about it in a downer state. I fully recognize it, fully acknowledge it. We have the vaccines out there, and but you got to recognize the numbers and stuff like that as far as that goes. We got to push forward because we've all seen a lot of death in our lifetimes and stuff like that. dealing with this COVID. But we have to recognize those people that have gone through and survived, which the numbers are tenfold more and stuff. So, and we have Graciela Gerber. Graciela. I'll just say Grace. Grace is here. Hello, Grace. Thank you for being in the show. I'm just wrapping it up here as far as talking about the HAPS community here. And those people that are over there on Twitch, YouTube Live, Periscope, soon to be Twitter Live, and Facebook, the people I'm addressing here, they're in the chat. So you won't see them in your chat. And if you're watching this on the replay. So, and I'm just noticing now we got 33. My God, that's just simply amazing. 33 on the eyeball of people that have popped in and viewed. And we have some people in the chat that are still here. And I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate the replays because we have tremendous amount of replays. The replays, and I think Randy W. Horton has stated that before, that the replays are always more as far as that goes. And Grace, true, and recognize the frontline people that are still fighting. Exactly, Grace. My sister is a radiologist. Tough times in South Africa. Yes. Yeah, we have to. It's tough times. Again, I'm not diminishing. It is still tough times. We have to be our due diligence. And I mean, when I go into stores now, and even going through the drive-through, I'll thank the attendant because they're on the front line. You know, if you're still able to go someplace, even if it's just one place, you got to thank those people that are still there. I'm still very fortunate to be gainfully employed as far as and deemed, I guess, supposedly I'm deemed mission essential. Where the job has to still go. So I'm trying to stay with the routine as far as that goes. And I'm fortunate to live in a rural area to where I can still be gainfully employed, because I don't know what I'd be doing sitting on my, you know, I wouldn't have to worry about financially. It's just something to do. I'd be constantly on here, and then I'd be arguing with the missus. She says you're addicted to being on HAPS or something like that, even though I guess I'm spending quite a bit of time here overall. Because, like I said, I have been here for 75 days. This will be my 76th day, and I'm starting. This is my 6th week. I got yesterday. Sunday, I finished my 5th week of consecutive broadcasts here, and I'm going to continue with it. I enjoy it. I love seeing the people that come in here, and I love broadcasting to the multicast of 5 other platforms, and seeing the people in the morning just keeps me jazzed, I guess you could say. So with that, Nazim, Randy, Grace, thank you very much for coming into the show this morning. I got to get off and exit stage left here and go get ready to go into the day job. Today is only going to be a regular 8-hour day. Again, I did a 12-hour yesterday, and I got to do another one next Monday, I guess. There's coverage that needs to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you all have a good day and say ciao for now. And we'll be talking to you tomorrow morning if I don't see you sooner when I go to work to talk to HAPS. See you later, Richard, from Randy. Yes, you too, sir. Thank you very much. And with that, you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble, and live life, have fun. Ciao for now, and as always, peace.